Hey, welcome back to No Hype Beer Reviews. Unless it's your first time, then welcome. Please consider subscribing. If you do, hit the notification bell, get all the updates. Rest of every day's videos and unboxing videos, courtesy of Keith at 93 Lumber. Thanks so much, Keith. I really appreciate it. I know one beer that's in here, and maybe a second one. I can't remember where we left our conversation, if I'm being honest. You saw me playing with a knife earlier, and now, because I know some people are like, you should, open the box off camera, get it nice and ready to go, make a shorter video. But I know some of you like to see me cut things open with a knife because you think I'm going to cut myself, and you like the element of danger because I'm not very careful sometimes. But I don't know if you've heard me talk about this. I did actually accidentally stab myself pretty good in the pinky a couple months ago and did some nerve damage that is healing very slowly, but it is healing. So now I'm a lot more careful now with my knife work. I was not opening a box of beer when I did it. It was cooking related. I was completely sober, if you're wondering about that too. I know some of you have a very low opinion of me, thinking I'm always drinking or something. But let's put that knife away. All right, Keith, this is... Put it this way, Keith, this is heavier than I was thinking, so now I'm wondering, as they say, what's in the box? All right, some newspaper for reading later. I appreciate that. Some nice packaging materials. Ooh, okay, Keith. I'm doing my quick math right. Looks like maybe we got five beers. I put the knife away a little too early, everyone. All right, Keith. Oh, I see. You closed it here, too. The struggle, I mean, I think there are a decent number of people, like right now, they're thinking to themselves, like, what's the beer, man? Like, why are you wasting this time? I just want to see the beer. I'm like anxiously waiting to see what these beers are. Then there's the people who watch, and I'm sure there's some overlap, but there's people who watch to see if I cut myself with a knife. And then there's people who just see the struggle. They're just like, how much is this guy going to struggle getting these beers out? So I struggled a little bit, I'm not going to lie. All right, let's see. Is this one of the ones? This is one of the ones I was potentially thinking. So Free Will's Ralpheus, they just had their huge release. It was like 20-something different versions. And all of a sudden, Keith is like messaging me, like, here's what's available. And I'm like, oh my God, dude, this is like an overwhelming question. I have reviewed, I want to say probably a good half a dozen Free Will beers, some big barrel-aged beers, some very small lagers. All excellent, completely different styles. This brewery, I actually put it on that list of brewers I think deserve and maybe getting more hype in the near future. So this is Vanilla Ralpheus, Imperial Style aged 1 year in bourbon vanilla barrels. I didn't realize it was bourbon vanilla barrels. With Madagascar vanilla beans and Tahitian vanilla beans, 14.4% ABV. If you've never watched my channel before and do not know this about me, I am known as the Vanilla Police because I typically drink vanilla beers and I'm like, I want more vanilla. That sounds like it has a lot of vanilla in it, so that's got me stoked. All right, let's do another one. Very clumsily. Yeah, right here is the sweet spot. Man, so much potential cutting myself with a knife, so much struggling, and so much potential beer goodness to see me unwrap and open, unbox, all the uns. Another Ralpheus. Maybe this is the base one. Imperial Stout aged in 1 year in bourbon barrels, 14.4% ABV. Oh, there is additional writing. Oh, I thought that was part of the government warning stuff. This variant showcases vanilla beans aged for a year in various bourbon vanilla barrels, featuring notes of small batch ice cream, confectionery chocolate, and cake icing. That one very easy to read because it was a white background and black lettering. This one, a little harder with the gray. Are full-bodied, that makes more sense, rich and velvety Imperial Stout aged 1 year in a A wide variety of bourbon barrels, then blended to taste before packaging. The result is many layers of character featuring notes of chocolate, jammy dark fruit, vanilla, and caramel. I like all those tasting notes, but in a style like this, I don't know if people know this about me. Like, I love all that stuff, especially chocolate, but like caramel. Like, I really like that nice caramel. You know, sometimes like a little bit of like date kind of a note. Big fan of that. Keith, you didn't send me all Okay. I'll be honest. Just Keith, if they kind of, if these are all different Ralphius variants, dude, like I'm gonna almost be mad at you for like the amount of generosity. Obviously appreciated, but also, holy God, man, because this one feels like the same kind of bottle. Well, it says free will. Okay, so it's still free will. Oh, yo, I just saw them post this to Instagram. Like, well, is this why Keith? So Keith sent this box yesterday, and it's here today. And I think I saw this on Instagram just yesterday. Maybe I just saw it yesterday, but it was posted earlier. But Iceberg Theory Imperial Stout, aged 2 years in a rum barrel with toasted coconut and lime zest. And is that? I think that's Hemingway, right? I meant to look it up when I saw the label because I think I love their artwork. 15.2% ABV. Wow. Okay, so that is a different bottle format. So maybe I was mistaken quickly feeling these other beers. But again, still free will. I'm really excited because like the first one I had from them, I think it was the first one. It was either first or second, doesn't matter. And I did my review, and it was. Sometimes I like in your face with adjuncts, or with any flavor, and sometimes I like it really subtle, you know. And that one just very subtle, had the adjuncts in it, and I kind of talked about that a decent amount in the review. And Free Will reached out to me after I posted a review, and they're like, "Dude, that's like," I'm paraphrasing a little bit, but they're like, "Dude, that's exactly what we were going for. Like, that was really cool, you know." And I gotta imagine, like, as much as I like trying different breweries' beers and enjoying them, you know, almost always, it's probably pretty cool the other way when you're like, and not just if I'm the one who says it, obviously, you know, who cares what I have to say most of the time, right? But if people drinking the beers and they're like getting what the brewery was trying to put into that beer, you know, it's probably really rad. All right, it's another Ralphius double barrel. Oh my God, Keith, I love you so much. So it's a double barrel. Scotch and bourbon. I do like Scotch. Imperial Stout aged for 1 year in Scotch whiskey barrel and bourbon barrel. 13.6% ABV. This variant. I'm sorry. Let me start over again. This variant spent time in 2 unique whiskey barrels over the course of 1 year. Featured notes of fudge, toffee, and smoky bog moss. Yeah, when I like Scotch. Period. Continuing that thought, especially if it's peaty. I really like the peat note in Scotch. That's what I gravitate towards. There's the seam. I'm just like paranoid that if I do this on the table, that I'm gonna knock one of these bottles over, and that would be devastating. So I'm doing this a little bit off camera, and I apologize. I really do, Keith. I love you. You already knew that I was a fan of yours. Like, you didn't have to go this hard. It's the coffee Ralphius, which besides being a huge vanilla fan and Scotch fan, I'm also a huge coffee fan. Imperial Stout aged for 1 year in bourbon barrels with coffee, 14.4% ABV. I mean, great color choice for the coffee variant. This variant showcases locally roasted coffee beans from Speakeasy Coffee Company, aged for 1 year in various bourbon barrels, featuring notes of mocha, espresso, and fresh bag of beans. Keith! Just want to make sure they're all facing the right way. Keith. 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 People watching right now. I sometimes am at a loss for words. I'm not going to act like I'm never at a loss of words. But I can fill the time. Usually. I'm at quite a loss of words. You've seen Keith's generosity. If you are not subscribed to his channel, 93 Lumber spelled out, which will be in the description box below, and I'm sure with a new tagging feature on YouTube tagged in the title. What's wrong with you? Clearly he's an amazing human being who you should be supporting. Keith, you effing legend, Keith. Effing legend. Have you had any of these beers before? Have you had anything from Free Will? Have you had any just what I assume is just going to be absolutely amazing barrel-aged stouts lately? Anything, everything, comment section below. Let's get a conversation going. Once you're done doing that, make sure you check me out on Instagram and Untapped. It's No Hype Beer Reviews at both those places. So please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, thank you, Keith. Imbibe.